Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about situational anxiety. Essentially, it's anxiety you experience about some specific situation. And of course, this is different for each person. For someone, it could be something like going to a restaurant alone. For another person, it can be something like going on a date. It can be something like making a phone call, having a conversation with your boss, or for example flying, which is a common one. Behind every anxiety about a specific situation hides a fear about experiencing a certain feeling, and today I'll show you how to figure out what it is and how to deal with that. We generally don't stop to look into the anxiety we are feeling. For some people, it's just minor anxiety. You feel slightly uncomfortable about a situation and it subsides once the situation is resolved. But for some people, this anxiety can be so debilitating that they avoid certain activities. For example, people can avoid going on dates altogether. Or, for example, you want to share your ideas with the group, but you have this anxiety about speaking up, so you don't. Once you examine this anxiety further, once you determine what it is that you actually fear, it helps to either diminish that anxiety or at the very least, you have an action plan for yourself, which can also help ease that anxiety. So think about a specific situation that you are anxious about. And now I want you to imagine the worst case scenario. What is the worst thing that can happen to you? I would like you to actually imagine it in as much detail as possible. And I know it can be triggering for some people. So if you are struggling with this exercise, you may want to consider why are you scared to examine these triggers. Because the answer to your anxiety might lie in those triggers. Once you imagined the worst case scenario, focus on what you're feeling. Just take a moment to yourself, take a couple minutes, and figure out what it is you're feeling, what sorts of feelings you're experiencing. It can be dread, it can be fear, it can be embarrassment, loneliness. It's really different for each person. I want you to take a moment to focus on that and figure out what it is that you are feeling. Let's take the example of speaking up in front of a group. Let's say the worst case outcome is people will start laughing at you and tell you that you are stupid, you don't know what you're talking about. How are you feeling in that situation? You might realize that you are experiencing embarrassment and you're feeling abandoned. Those are likely the feelings that you actually are afraid to feel. So when you are avoiding the situation, when you are feeling anxiety about the situation, you are actually trying to avoid feeling those negative things. Now, how do you deal with them? Well, first of all, once you know what your worst case outcome is, you can come up with solutions of what you're going to do if that happens. Once you have an action plan, step by step, of what you will do in the worst case scenario, that will help ease some of your anxieties. However, the most important step is to ask yourself if you are ready to deal with those negative feelings should they arise. Remember that you are responsible for dealing with your feelings. So ask yourself, are you ready to experience that sense of embarrassment, abandonment, fear, whatever it is that negative feeling is for you? Are you ready to feel it? The main thing I'm trying to convey in this video is the fact that we are typically not anxious about the situation, but we fear experiencing feelings that arise once we go into a certain situation. By acknowledging those feelings, you are better equipped with going into the situation that generally provokes anxiety in you. Please give this video a like and follow me for more content on psychology, health, and wellness. I hope you have a wonderful day.